Okay, you've just gotten word from operations that you have a sign out on the field. Scenario number 1, your LED sign is not lighting. You come up to the sign, take the top off, panel off, check. You can see through the screen that there is a green LED light, indicator light on the controller itself. It is flashing green. This indicates that the sign is operating as it should. So something else is going on. So we go ahead and hit the reset button, pushing and holding until the lamps illuminate, then let go. All right. So all lamps illuminate except for one. That's good. Lamp out. You go ahead and take out the lamp, install a brand new LED lamp. Sign is fixed. Now, if you happen to come to the sign and the green LED indicator light is not steady green and it is not flashing, it is not present at all, we've got trouble with the controller and you need to call Lumacurve and we will send you out a new controller. Something has failed. You've gotten word from operations that you have a sign that was out and they walk back out to the sign, they hit reset, it comes on. And you're having to keep doing this regularly, either day after day, every other day. You want to make sure, taking the screen off the controller, you want to make sure that the switch, if you have a version 7 controller, is set in the SCR position. If you have a version 6 or a version 5, it doesn't have a switch on the board, but it does have a jumper. And there are pictures of that on our troubleshooting guide as well, so you can figure out which setting to make sure that's on. That will actually help. It's a little more forgiving with the regulator and the sine waves and everything that's going on within this entire circuit. It is a little more forgiving with that, so it operates much smoother. Now, make sure you've done that. While you're at the sign, make sure that all of the connections at every location, pull them hard, make sure that they are on tight, because if there are any loose connections on the output side of the sign, it will trip it. So you're going to have to come back out here and so make sure all the lamps are screwed in tightly. Make sure loose connections, make sure inside the socket, make sure all the screws are tight as well. And make sure there's some dielectric grease inside of the socket if you happen to replace it. You come out to a sign, or you've gotten word from operations that the sign is flashing. This is what's happening. It's letting you know that there is inadequate power getting to the sign. It does not have enough power to illuminate all of these lamps. As we went over, if you have the 7M controller, there's a switch. Make sure it's set in the SCR position. If you have version 5 or 6, there are jumpers located on the controller as well. Just make sure that they are in the SCR position. Sliding the switch over, our lamps will stop flashing. This could be due to the regulator's sine wave that is putting out, as well as possible losses to ground prior to the sign, and upsizing the transformer may help as well.